The Fantastic Four First Steps trailer has finally arrived. There's so much to unpack, from visual storytelling, nods to the comics, and hidden Easter eggs to a potential villain tease. Let's break down every shot of the trailer. Marvel just dropped a ton of clues about when and where this story takes place. The first scene of the trailer opens with the elevator doors sliding open to the Baxter Building, and we could see the penthouse that is perched high above a futuristic Manhattan skyline that is both familiar and totally different. This isn't the New York we know. This retro-futuristic aesthetic immediately signals that the film is set in an alternate universe. And, if you pay close attention, it also gives us a big clue about the year the story takes place. The 1960s. Yes. Notice we open on a recessed floor, which was a very popular style in the 1960s. In fact, if you watch the show Mad Men, you probably remember Don and Megan had one of these in their apartment. Although Marvel Studios actually gave us a huge clue about the year way before this trailer even dropped. Remember that first official character artwork they released? It featured a real issue of Life magazine from December 1963, with President Lyndon B. Johnson on the cover. That's not just a random detail. The 1960s were all about the space race, technological innovation, and this sense of boundless optimism. Perfect for a team of astronaut superheroes like the Fantastic Four. And, if you're still not convinced, check out the Marvel Studios logo in the trailer. The letters M-A-R-V-E-L are designed on these fold-out diagonal panels, which is a direct nod to Hollywood's Cinerama Dome. Guess what year that opened? 1963. Coincidence? I think not. Marvel's basically hitting us over the head with the year, and I love it. So yeah, this movie is taking us back to 1963, but not the 1963 we know. It's an alternate universe where New York looks like a sci-fi dream, and the Fantastic Four are already celebrity astronauts and superheroes. Next, in the opening scene, Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, welcomes us to the Baxter Building, while Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, emphasizes the importance of their weekly family dinner every Sunday at 7. This moment is presented from a first-person perspective, making it feel like we're being given a personal tour of their iconic headquarters. The entire building is designed in that same retro-futuristic style we've already seen, but with subtle touches that pay homage to each member of the Fantastic Four. For instance, the stonework floor resembles the Thing's rocky skin, the fireplace flickers like Johnny's fiery powers, and the incredibly thin, stretched-out chimney is a clever nod to Reed's elastic abilities. But what about Sue's powers? Well, if you look closely, her tribute is right there in the blank space. Literally. That empty, invisible area is a brilliant way of hinting at her ability to vanish from sight. It's such a smart and subtle way to confirm their powers right from the start, and honestly, I love how they've woven these details into the very fabric of the Baxter Building's design. Next, we get our first look at HERBIE, the humanoid experimental robot, B-type, and integrated electronics. This adorable assistant has been a staple of the Fantastic Four's history, often depicted as an AI helper. In the trailer, we see him assisting in the kitchen with the Thing, suggesting he plays a more comedic role this time around. Speaking of the Thing, Eben Moss-Bachrach portrays Ben Grimm, Reed's best friend and pilot of their ill-fated space mission. His transformation into the rocky powerhouse comes at the cost of his human appearance, making him one of the most tragic figures in Marvel Comics. Yet, Ben retains his humor, famously known for his catchphrase, "It's clobberin' time." In this scene, he tells Herbie, "I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip." And that could be a nod to the role that won Eben Moss-Bachrach an Emmy when he played Cousin in a show called The Bear, which is a show about the extreme stress of working in a restaurant. And then a countdown starts, and Reed's blackboard, which is automated, rises up out of the ground. I like that he's using a blackboard, and not some kind of futuristic computer, because it grounds us in this time and place, and in the 1960s. But it also shows that Reed is an academic first, and this brings him back to his roots. The trailer then shows Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben preparing for their historic space mission. In classic Fantastic Four lore, the team embarks on an interstellar journey, only to be bombarded by cosmic rays, which give them their powers. The trailer hints that they may be affiliated with the Future Foundation, an organization Reed established to advance scientific discoveries for the betterment of humanity. We then see Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, demonstrating her powers for the first time. Her invisibility allows her to blend seamlessly into the environment while Reed was adoring her in his spacesuit. The next scene shows Ben steps up to a shop window, where television sets display documentary footage of him and Reed Richards before their first flight. To the right of the shop, a jack-o'-lantern sits prominently, signaling that this scene takes place around Halloween. This timing is significant. It might be one of the few occasions Ben feels comfortable walking around at street level, given his rocky appearance. The TV screens Ben was looking at were showing the old footage of Ben joking about being the best-looking pilot in the world, cuts to his current reflection in the TV screen, his rugged, rocky face staring back at him. The contrast is heartbreaking, especially as Evan Moss Backrack's piercing blue eyes convey Ben's humiliation. This moment is a powerful reminder of the personal toll the team's transformation has taken on him. The trailer then shifts to Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, played by Joseph Quinn. Reed's voiceover says, "Johnny never caught fire," which is both a literal reference to his powers and a metaphor for his past struggles to find his place in the world. As Johnny flames on, decorative pumpkins in the background confirm the Halloween setting. We then see Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, reassures Reed by saying, "Ben has always been a rock," a line that carries a double meaning, both literal and emotional. It's a touching moment that underscores the team's bond. Meanwhile, Johnny's inverted chair and model plane highlight his aspirations as a pilot, while the scorch marks on his jumpsuit sleeves add a touch of realism to his fiery abilities. Then we see Johnny blasting toward the moon and that icon falling off. Johnny's attempt to break Earth's gravity and his subsequent fall back to the planet hint at his role in the larger galactic storyline. In the comics, Johnny ventures into deep space to retrieve the ultimate nullifier, a weapon capable of forcing Galactus, the planet-eating villain, to leave Earth. Then, Sue's powers are showcased in a stunning sequence where she projects her force field, bending light to create a rainbow effect. This isn't just a flashy visual, it's a scientifically grounded representation of her abilities. The Fantasticar is parked nearby, and Reed is seen holding back a crowd as Sue prepares to use her powers to potentially stop a crashing train. The elevated monorail and damaged support columns. Then comes the meteor shower scene. The team looks up in awe, and Ben checks a device on his wrist, which was clearly shown earlier in the trailer while he was in the kitchen. This isn't just a mere watch, it's likely linked to the Baxter Building's orbital satellites, which track cosmic threats. In the comics, atmospheric disturbances like this often precede the arrival of Galactus. Then, a retro-styled blue car bearing the Fantastic Four's 4 logo appears on the screen. This is likely the Fantasticar, the team's signature hovercraft. While its functionality is still unknown, its presence strongly hints at the team's advanced technology and world-traveling capabilities. A brief scene shows bearded John Malkovich, though his character remains a mystery. Many speculate he could be Ivan Kragoff, aka the Red Ghost, a Soviet scientist who tried replicating the Fantastic Four's cosmic radiation accident. In the comics, he gains intangibility and controls superpowered apes. Given Malkovich's dramatic presence, this could be an exciting, deep-cut villain for the film. Finally, we get our first look at Galactus, voiced by Ralph Ineson. This colossal cosmic entity, known for devouring entire planets, is one of the Fantastic Four's most formidable foes. The trailer shows his shadow looming over the Statue of Liberty, foreshadowing an impending catastrophe. Galactus is often accompanied by the Silver Surfer, his herald who scouts planets for him to consume. In the MCU, Julia Garner has been cast as the Surfer, though we don't see her in this trailer. Her arrival will likely set up an epic confrontation between the Fantastic Four and the Devourer of Worlds. Aerial shots in the trailer reveal that the Baxter Building is positioned right up against the East River, connected to a tarmac that bridges to a rocket launch pad in the river. This launch pad, as confirmed by official art released at San Diego Comic-Con, is called the Excelsior Launch Pad. Now, the name Excelsior carries a lot of weight, not just as a nod to Stan Lee's famous catchphrase, but also as a symbol of the era. The 1960s were defined by the space race, with figures like Neil Armstrong pushing the boundaries of human exploration. The trailer ends with a powerful statement from Sue Storm. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family, this solidifies the Fantastic Four's core theme, family and unity. Unlike other superhero teams, they aren't just colleagues or friends. They are bound by love and loyalty. The closing statement emphasizes the Fantastic Four's core theme of family and unity, distinguishing them from other superhero teams. The film will likely focus on their familial bonds, showcasing their ability to overcome challenges together. The Fantastic Four First Steps trailer delivers everything fans could hope for: a compelling aesthetic, deep comic book references, and an exciting setup for the MCU's first family. What Easter eggs did you spot that we missed? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for more breakdowns as we get closer to release. Now click the next video that you won't want to miss. Click it right now